Welcome back. Stimulus showdown. Democratic lawmakers are moving forward with their proposed $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. This bill includes extending unemployment insurance by $400 per week through August, and it will send $1,400 stimulus checks to individuals making less than $75,000 a year. Joining me right now is Georgia Congressman and House Oversight and Reform Committee member Jody Hice. Congressman, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Give us your reaction, and when would you expect the markup and the move to sign it into law? Will this be this month?
Yeah, I believe it will be this month. I believe the Democrats are going to move quickly on this. But look, the bottom line to me, the biggest concern for me is we continue to dig ourselves into enormous debt. This is going to take us somewhere in the ballpark of $6 trillion already that we have spent on COVID relief. And it doesn't matter if we're sending checks for 400, 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. At the end of the day, none of that replaces livelihood. The focus must shift from government sending out checks every month to reopening the economy. That's what livelihoods are based upon. That's what our free enterprise system is based upon. The greatest economic engine in the world is sitting right here at our fingertips, and we continue shutting it down.
So when do you think we will have any clarity on opening up the economy then, Congressman? I've got notes here from Washington sources that say that House committees will start meeting today on the components of this stimulus bill. They'll aim for a full chamber vote the week of February 22nd. And they're expecting, Wall Street is expecting the number to come down to between 1.2 and 1.5 trillion. That's the expectation of Cornerstone Macro Research, $1.2 to $1.5 trillion, and that it will pass on a partisan basis. Does that sound right to you, or do you think we're going to see the larger 1.9 trillion go through?
I kind of anticipate the 1.9 is going to go through. I don't know. I think all the what you say, the general timeline is probably pretty accurate coming towards the end of the month. But again, it appears to me that the emphasis continues to be on shutting down the economy and government handing out checks. And I just think that's the wrong approach. We've got to focus on, and look, my own state of Georgia, we're doing great here with businesses overall. Our economy is booming. We've had leadership to both be safe, but also open the economy. Unfortunately, other places in the country have not followed that, and that has got to be the emphasis. We cannot continue down this current path of checks every month.
Yeah, well, there's also a significant amount of money that was unspent, right, that is still in the coffers that is supposed to be given to the American people. So you've got that. And now you're up to, like you said, close to $6 trillion in stimulus in a year. Let me move on to the proceedings for former President Trump's second impeachment trial, Congressman. It begins today. House lawmakers voted on one article of impeachment, claiming he helped incite last month's riot on Capitol Hill. President Trump's lawyers argue that the trial is unconstitutional. They say these proceedings represent, quote, political theater. Your reaction, tell us what you're hearing at the House.
Yeah, no question this is unconstitutional. How do you impeach a president who's not even president? I mean, the tool that we have in the Constitution is to protect us as a country against high crimes and misdemeanors being committed from an individual in the presidency. When that person is not in the presidency, how do you impeach them? And what precedent does this set that the government can now go after a private citizen? I mean, this whole thing is weaponizing impeachment, but I believe the Democrats are going to go into the hearings today and the remainder of the week. In essence, they're going to kick an anthill, accusing the president of the very thing they themselves have been guilty of the entire year, with embracing riots all across the country. We looked at what happened in Portland and other places. Democrats have been outspoken in support of those type of things, and they better believe every bit of that is going to come back on them this week. They themselves are more inflammatory and more guilty than anything that they are accusing the president of.
Yeah, well, it's pretty extraordinary. Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. We'll keep following it. Thank you so much, Congressman Jody Hice, joining us this morning. We'll see you soon, sir.